if ever I don't want to practice, my body's not feeling it, I set myself a goal of 4 sun salutations, go through that, and normally it ends with me practicing for like an hour and a half, because as soon as I get into the flow, my body just moves into different poses. So we'll start with 4 sun salutations. Standing at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart, pelvis back and down, shoulders back and down, arms open. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Reaching your tailbone to the sky, letting your head hang heavy. Bend. Knees can be straight or slightly bent. Inhale to a halfway lift, straightening your spine, your gaze is forward. Exhale, plant your hands into the mat, step back to the top of the plank position. Straighten your body here. Shift your weight forward, your shoulders over top of your fingertips, and then exhale down through chaturanga, or you can lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Inhale to an upward facing dog, tops of your feet pressing into the mat. Your thighs can be off the mat or lowered on the mat into a cobra for easier on your spine. Shoulders rolling back, tuck your toes. Exhale, press your hips back and up into a downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Your heels can be reaching towards the ground, your tailbone reaching towards the sky. Pressing the base of your index finger into the mat, pressing out through your shoulders, your arms are straight, your legs are straight, or your knees can have a slight bend in them. Taking one more breath here. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Gaze is forward, your tailbone tall. Exhale, fold, letting your head hang heavy. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your side. Zip up my shirt. Then we'll go faster. So inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, coming onto the tops of the feet. Tuck your toes, exhale, press your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Reaching your tailbone tall, pressing out through your shoulders. Staying strong in this position. Inhale, bend your knees as you gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to your halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, drop your right hand to your right side, reaching your left hand over, getting rid of the side stretch in. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left hand to your left thigh. Right hand reaches over, getting rid of the side stretch in. Exhale, back up. Inhale, reach your body tall, maybe come onto tippy toes. And exhale, try and stay in your tippy toes as you hinge forward, coming into that forward fold. When your body comes down, your heels can come down, folding here. Inhale to the halfway lift, your gaze is forward, plant your hands, exhale, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Tuck toes, exhale, press hips back. Down facing dog. Hi, Carrie. Hi. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to the halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do our last sun salutation and sun salutation B. So inhale as you drop your butt, rising your arms up, coming into a chair position. So your knees are directly above your toes, your hips are low. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky, coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze is forward, tailbone tall. Press into the hands, exhale, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. We're gonna take our right foot, inhale it in between our hands at the top of the mat. Come onto the side of your left foot so the arch of your left foot is in line with the heel of your right. And inhale, rise up. Your hips are square to the front of your mat. Your front right knee bent at 90 degrees into warrior one here. Arms reaching high. Exhale, frame your right foot with your hands, come onto the ball of the left. Step your right foot back to meet your left, and then lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Take a breath. And then inhale your left leg forward, placing it between your hands at the top of the mat. Come onto the side of your right foot, your right arch in line with the heel of your left. Inhale, rise up, your hips square to the front of the mat. Right leg straight back, front leg, left leg at 90 degrees. Take a breath here. And exhale, fold, framing your right foot, left foot with your hands, step back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, press your hips back to downward dog. Pressing out through your shoulders, reaching your tailbone tall. See if you can reach your heels to the ground. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Next, inhale, drop your butt, lifting your chest up into that chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center as you straighten out your legs, coming into standing at the top of your mat, Tadasana. Hands to your side. Now that's the end of the warm-up. That's what I like to do to get myself into a flowing mode. And now let's keep flowing. Inhale, rise arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Exhale, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward. Exhale, down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, find your way to down dog. We'll lift our right leg up, maybe pointing our toes, really reaching tall, flexing our right foot. You can come up onto your tippy toes of your left. Then bend your right knee so it comes towards your right butt, rotating your right knee towards the sky. Your gaze comes under your right armpit. Straighten that right leg again. And swing your leg in front of you, tucking your knee in towards your chest and placing it in between your hands at the top of the mat. Press into your left hand and rise your right arm to the sky, coming into a twist here, high lunge twist. Lower down your left leg and reach your right hand back towards your left leg. You can open up onto the inner arch of your right foot, coming into a lizard twist here. This is one of my favorite poses. If you want more, you can reach your right arm back and above for a bit more of a back stretch here. Release your left foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up, bring your right hand back to frame your foot, and step your right foot back. Lower down through chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Tuck toes, exhale, down dog. We'll do it on the left. So inhale your left leg high to the sky, flexing your toes. You can come up on the ball of your right foot. Pressing through your arms, and then bend your left. So your left heel is coming towards your butt, your left knee is reaching towards the sky. Right here. Your gaze can be underneath your left armpit. And then exhale as you rotate. So you're drawing your left knee in towards your chest, shifting your weight forward, and placing your left foot in between your hands at the top of the mat. Pressing into your right hand, lift your left up to the sky, coming into a rotation here. Trying to roll your left shoulder back while reaching it up towards the sky. On on the ball of your right foot and your left leg bent at 90. Exhale, lower down your right knee. Reach your, open up your left hip. So your knee is falling out to the side. And then you can bend your right leg and grab it with your hand. Stay here, or grabbing the inner side of your foot. So you grab the inside arch and then kind of rotate your elbow up towards the sky. If you don't have the back flexibility in the hips, this will hurt. So just stay at whichever you can. Even this is good, wherever. Exhale, release. Come back onto the ball of the right foot. And then press into your hands, step your left foot back to meet your right. Shift your weight forward, exhale, lower down all the way to the mat. Bring your hands out to the side. Inhale, roll your spine up, like we're coming into an upward dog, but your hips are on the mat, so like a cobra actually. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, move forward. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the mat, your right ear. Stretching into your shoulders. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, left shoulder, left ear down to the mat. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll all the way down. Reach your arms out in front of you. As you exhale, lift your legs up. Lift your chest up, coming into like a Superman here. Exhale, draw your elbows back towards your butt, keeping your legs lifted high. Exhale, plant your hands into the mat, keeping your legs high. And then press your chest up as you reach your heels towards your head. Your knees are in the mat. Lift your hips up off the mat and press your butt back towards your heels, coming into a wide-legged child pose. And then as you inhale, you're going to press out through your spine, coming into like almost a tabletop. And then pressing through your shoulders, you're going to lower your hips down and roll your shoulders back into a cobra with your legs quite wide here. Exhale, lower your chest all the way to the ground. Bring your legs in so they're about plank width apart. Press into your hands up to the top of the plank. And then press back into a downward dog. We're gonna shoot to the back of our mat. So you're gonna start by moving your body forwards. You're coming up onto the balls of your feet. Your shoulders are about above your fingers or above your hands. And then you're gonna shoot everything back at once. So you're shooting your hips back and your hands are coming along with that. We'll try that one more time. So we're in a down dog. And you shift your weight forward, keeping your butt high, coming onto the balls of your feet. And then you can even bend your knees a little bit for this. And you're pressing out through your hands as you reach your hips back. So now we're at the back of our mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. We'll walk to the top of our mat, doing some presses. So put your hands about one hand length in front of your feet. Press up onto your tippy toes. And then just little tiny baby steps, trying to get a little float in. Coming up onto the balls of your toes. And then stepping them up and float. Press, walking towards the top of the mat. You really feel a core engaging here. You're pressing out through your shoulders. So at the top of the mat, inhale to the halfway lift. And exhale, fold. We'll go into a crow. So your hands are shoulder width apart. bend your elbows and kind of hook your knees on that upper bicep arch of your arm, and then shift your shoulders down and lift your toes up. So it doesn't matter if your feet get off the ground, you can even just kind of hover here, you can hover here. If you want a bit easier, if you open up your legs a bit wider so you can put your elbow on the inside arch of your knee, it takes a bit more hip flexibility, but it's a lot easier of a ledge to sit on. So from your crow, you can place your feet down, make your way back to the plank, or if you have your crow quite well, see if you can shoot your legs back, coming into your chaturanga, and then wherever you are, inhale to your upward facing dog. I'm gonna lower my knees down, press back into seated on heels. Reach your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, straighten. Left ear to left shoulder. Straighten. Maybe take some circles with your neck. Just warming up into the neck a little bit. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, cactus your arms beside you. Pressing your chest forward. Reaching your elbows back behind you. Exhale, curl it in. Pressing your shoulder blades back behind you, reaching your elbows together in front of you. Inhale, press it forwards. Exhale, curl it in. And then inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up to the sky as you reach your hands up to the sky. Come into tucking your toes, and then reach your right hand, to your right heel. Your left hand reaches back behind you into about like a half camel pose. So you're pressing your hips forward and lifting your chest up. We're not trying to get a crazy arched back here. We're kind of almost keeping our body in a straight line. And then as you exhale, draw your left hand towards your right side and then swing it in front of you, letting your right hand follow. And then your left hand will come to your left arch. Press your hips back up as you reach your right hand towards the sky. So we're doing the exact same pose but on the opposite side. I call these camel swings. So exhale, swing your right hand round in front of you, your left arm follows. Right hand to right heel, left hand towards the sky, pressing your hips forward. We'll swing once more to the left. Left hand swings around, right follows. Left to left ankle, right to the sky. Now we're going to take our right hand and reach our right heel beside us. If it doesn't reach, that is okay. We can even stay a bit like this, a little bit higher. Once you're here though, press your chest up. Pressing up through your shoulders, and then press your hips forward. Your head can hang back or keep your neck up. Sometimes it's a bit hard on the neck and the throat to be back here. Really try and feel the stretch through your upper shoulders. Sometimes I like to come up into just regular standing on knees, so my body's tall, and I hook my thumbs into my armpits, and like I'm putting on a backpack, I roll my shoulders back and then I reach to my heels, just to make sure you're getting most of the opening through your upper back and not forcing it through your lower spine. If you feel any pinching in your lower spine, release a bit of the stretch. Exhale, release your hands, lower your butt back down to seated on heels. My shirt keeps zipping. Stretch your neck side to side. Inhale, rise arms up, and exhale, bringing your hands together into a prayer. Fold them forward, placing them in front of your head. So your hands are on the mat, almost like a little triangle. Your elbows are shoulder width apart. And then lift your butt up, tuck into your toes, and then press your hip up. So we're into a dolphin with the triangle arms. We're setting up for pincha here. So this one might be a bit of a difficult one. Just take it wherever you feel comfortable. So press into your left foot and reach your right towards the sky, and just play with it. See how light you can get on your left toes. Maybe you can even take a few hops here. And if you feel a little catch, then maybe try and go up, but keep your left knee tucked in towards your chest. Don't try and, because that'll keep your center of balance forward so you don't topple backwards behind yourself. If you fall, then you can easily straighten out your left leg again and fall back towards the ground into your dolphin pose. So you want to press your hands into each other because that'll activate your biceps a little bit better rather than having your palms flat on the mat. You can even see if you have your hands like this, your arms a little flappier, whereas if you have your thumb reaching straight up in like the same line of your bicep, you can see that your bicep engages more. So that's why we want to have our hands together, thumbs reaching up and pressing towards each other. So back into that dolphin pose and reaching your right leg to the sky, pressing out through your shoulders, and just hop here, see if you can get any float time. Exhale, release your right foot back to the mat, and we'll try it on the left. So pressing into your right toes, lift your left up, and you could even maybe walk your right foot a little closer, and then wherever you are, just do your little hops. If you catch your pincha, keep your right knee in towards your chest. And then exhale. Come back into your dolphin. And now we're gonna rotate our hands so our palms are facing towards the mat. You'll see you get a bit more of a shoulder stretch this way. So now we're in regular dolphin. And our shoulders might be hurting a little, burning. We're gonna keep it going. So we're gonna shift our weight forward, drawing our nose in towards our thumbs, touching it to the mat, and pressing back. We'll do 3 of these. Shift your weight forward, touching nose to the mat, pressing back, burning through the shoulders, press it forward, nose to the mat, and then press it back, press into the hands, lifting the elbows up off, coming into a downward dog. Inhale as you roll your body forward, coming to the top of the plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale into your down dog. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the plank. Inhale, halfway lift. And then draw your hands in towards your chest. Kick your right heel out behind you, coming into a warrior 3. You want to have your right heel flex, your hips square to the mat, hands in at your chest for reaching in front of you. And then draw your right knee in towards your chest, lifting up. So you press up here, coming into a tree. So place your inside of your right foot on the inside of your left thigh and really press the two into each other. The act of pressing will give you stability. Open your right leg out towards the sky, hands at heart center. Point your right knee back in front of you and see if you can grab your right foot behind you. We'll come into dancer pose. So reaching your left hand up towards the sky and hinge forward as you press, kick your right foot back behind you and lower your left hand out in front of you. If that's easy, you can bring your right hand onto the inside arch of your right foot, and then kick it up here, and then see if you can reach your left hand over your head, grab the inside arch, flip the grip of your right, and come into king dancer. Staying in a regular dancer is also perfectly fine here. And then exhale, bring your left hand towards the mat, release your foot with your right, kick your right foot up towards the sky, coming to a standing split. And then we're gonna do a handstand kick, jump, switch. So lower your right leg down, almost hovering, and then kick it up. Switch your legs in the air and land on your right foot. Inhale to your warrior three. So your left leg is flexed, kicking out behind you, your hands at your heart center. Staying here, arms can be out long in front of you or at your chest. Flexing through your left foot. Inhale as you draw your left knee in towards your chest, pressing up towards standing. And then left leg towards your right inner thigh, coming into your tree pose. Hands at heart center. Or you can take other arm variations, hands up, hands to your side. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can close down your eyes. Then draw your left knee in front of you. Grab the left ankle with your left foot. Reach your right hand towards the sky. And then hinge at the hips, coming into your dancer pose. Really trying to ground through your right foot so you can spread the toes wide and cling into the ground. If you want, you can come to swip the grip behind your head for your king dancer. Or you can stay in your regular. My right leg is burning, it's not as strong as my left, so I need to stay in my regular because I'm going to fall over. Take one more breath here. And then exhale. Bring your right hand towards the mat. Left hand to follow, kicking your right leg up towards the sky. Into your standing split. And we will do one more kick switch, but then we're going to come into standing. So lower your left leg down. And then exhale, kick it up, swap in the air, and then bring your right foot down to meet your left, coming into your forward fold. Bending your knees here, lowering your butt down. Inhale, lift your chest up into a chair pose. And exhale, press to standing. We're just going to take a step towards the top of the mat. If you're already there, stay at the top. Standing at the top of the mat with hands at heart center. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, drop your bum, coming into that chair pose again. See if you can lower your butt a little bit lower, like you're sitting in a chair. Your belly is drawing in, your chest is raising high. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring them into a prayer, and then bring your left elbow towards the outside of your right knee, coming into a chair twist here. We're going to put our weight onto our right foot, standing strong, and step our left foot out behind us. Coming into like a high lunge twist. Reach your right hand towards the sky and swing it back to the left thigh. And reach your left hand towards the sky. So revolve, crescent twist. Exhale, bring your left hand towards the mat, coming onto the side of your left foot. We're going to go into a side plank. So you can either go into a regular side plank, your feet both on the mat staggered, or see if you can challenge yourself. Kick it high. Rainbow arching your spine. Exhale as you reach your right arm and right leg out long. Really rainbowing through your spine. And then exhale, rotate to the top of the plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, drop your butt, lift your chest, coming into that chair. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And then draw your right elbow towards your left knee, coming into that side chair twist. Trying to keep your knees at the same level, so one's not shooting out in front of the other. Your knees can be pressing in towards each other. Now your weight into your left foot. Step your right back behind you, coming into your high lunge twist. Your front knee bent at 90 degrees. The ball of your right heel staying tall, reaching towards the back. And then reach your right hand up towards left hand towards the sky, and then towards your right thigh. Right hand comes towards the sky now. So we're going to revolve crescent twist. Front knee bent 90 still. If it's too much on your back, you can just, your hand doesn't need to come to your thigh. You can also just twist slightly here, or it can come to your lower back, whichever. Exhale as you bring your right hand towards the mat, place it down, come onto the inside of your right foot, and then kick left towards the sky, coming into your side plank. Now remember, you can have your different variations. You can also have your right knee on the ground and your left leg on the ground. Exhale as you reach your left leg and left hand long out towards opposite ends of the mat. And then exhale, rotate it to the top of the plank. Lower your hips down, but not all the way to the mat. We're coming into a floating dog. So you're on the balls of your feet, shoulders rolling back. And then bend your knees. I need to walk my in a little bit more. We're coming into a floating tabletop. So your knees are just hovering off the mat, pressing down to your shoulders. Exhale, press back into a down dog. Inhale, roll forward to the top of the plank. Exhale, lower down to a floating upwards dog, floating dog. And then bend your knees, come into a floating tabletop. And exhale into down dog. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, floating dog. Shoulders back. Bend your knees, coming into a floating dog. And exhale into your down dog. Take a breath here. And then we're going to shoot back to the back of our mat, so like we did last time. So you're lifting up off of your heels, bringing your weight forward. I like to actually walk my feet in a little bit. It's easier to do it that way. Shift your weight forward, and then exhale, shoot back to the back of your mat. You can drop your hands down or keep them hovering, hanging here, and then lower your bum down. So you're just sitting on your feet. Walk your feet out to the side so they're about mat width apart. Your toes are slightly angled out, so the opposite of pigeon-toed. And then I like to bring my elbows in towards my knees. We're coming into Malasana, so the yogi squat. Areas here. Lifting your chest tall. Really pressing your elbows into your knees as much as you can to open up into your hip flexors here. I like to drop my left hand to the center of the mat, so right in between my feet, and then lift my right hand towards the sky, dropping my left ear towards my left knee. And exhale, schwa. So your right hand comes to the center of the mat, left hand up towards the sky. Trying to press your hips open. And exhale, bring your hand to the mat. If you have a cat in front of you, just watch it as you stretch your feet in front of you and lowering your butt down. Feet flex, staff pose, so your feet are flexed towards you, your chest is tall, your hands pressing into the mat. This is actually quite a physical pose, so you're flexing almost every muscle in your body. Reach your hands up, and exhale, hinge forward. So you're drawing your belly in towards your thighs, then see wherever your hands reach your feet, or if they reach your thighs or calves or whatever. But we're not rolling our shoulders right now. We're really trying to stretch and press through our belly to our thighs. That'll give us a bit more stretch in the back of the thigh. If you can reach your hands, take your thumb and place it on the base of your big toe, and then your other fingers on the bottom of your foot where your pinky toe is, and then press into your thumbs and pull into your fingers. So you're really pressing and stretching into your feet a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold a bit more. And now we can drop our head and feel that stretch through the upper spine. Keeping your feet flexed, that'll increase the stretch in your hamstrings. Release your feet. Bring your hands to about mid-thigh. And now we can do this I'll show you exactly what we're doing, but then we'll break it down a little bit more. So you're gonna press into your hands, lift your butt, and lift your feet up off the mat. We'll try that a few times. But if you want, you can just press into your hands, lifting your butt off, and then press into your fingertips. You'll have to lift your palms up and press your heels up. So you could rotate through those. Or you can just press fully into your hands, lift your butt off, and then I can't do it anymore, lift your heels up. I find that often if you take your stretch in between, when you come back up, yeah, you can get more elevation. So one more, lifting your butt up. And then inhale, lift your knees up. We're gonna come all the way into a boat pose. So your knees in towards your chest, feet flexed. If you want, you can grab the back of your calves, straighten your legs, or straighten your legs, no grabbing. We'll stay here. Really just feeling the inside of our legs burn, belly burn. Roll your shoulders back. And then draw your palms of your feet together in towards your feet. Lower them down, coming into a butterfly pose. So your palms of your feet are together. You can grab your toes with your hands, reaching your thighs towards the mat. Inhale, chest long. Exhale, fold. I like to press my elbows into my thighs. And I like to pet the kitty in front of me. Letting your forehead fold. Inhale, up. Make your way to the middle of your mat, stretching your feet out long. And then fold. Or lay yourself all the way down. Make yourself comfortable. Letting your hips fall to the side, your feet fall wide. Shoulders, wherever they feel relaxed. Your palms to the sky, your eyes closed down. And we'll take a few minutes for Shavasana. I personally like to take like 20 minutes for Shavasana, but we can take however long you want. Build up to the longer periods. I like to start with just a full body scan, so focus on my toes, just breathing and relaxing into my toes, and then into the arches of my feet, noticing any tingling through my heels, relaxing through my calves, focusing on my knees, making sure they feel comfortable, moving up through my thighs to my hips, feeling any sensations in my hips, breathing through my waist, up to my chest, feeling the rise and fall as you breathe, coming into your shoulders, Breathing into your shoulders and down your biceps, elbows, through your forearms to your wrists. Noticing anything, any sensations in your wrist, down through the fingertips, feeling each pulse of blood in your fingertips, then back through the neck, breathing through the back of the neck and the front, up to your jaw, relaxing your tongue, your nose, your eyes, the temples, forehead, making sure you're not keeping any tension in your forehead. Move through the crown of your head. And just breathing into your whole body. Focusing on your breath, not the other things you need to do with your day. Just breathe here and now. And just try and notice any sensations in your body. And stay here as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me.